Boom. Recommendation system unlocked, right? Unlocked. How platform recommenders work. There's an algorithm that takes a large set of items and determines which of those to display to the user. Think Facebook newsfeed, Twitter timeline, Google News, or the YouTube homepage. Wow, no love for Twitch. Recommenders are necessary tools to help navigate the sheer volume of content produced each day, but their scale and rapid development can cause unintended consequences. Facebook's algorithms have been blamed for radicalizing users, TikTok's for inundating teens with eating disorder videos, and Twitter's for political bias. Understanding how to mitigate such effects requires knowledge for how these systems work. At first glance, this might seem impossible because the algorithms used by each platform are proprietary. However, they share common principles. Like what? Let's see what a typical recommender does. All recommenders start with the entire set of items available to be displayed, whether that's every post from your Facebook friends, every new article published today, or every song on Spotify. This set is then filtered by moderation, where each item belonging to a certain undesirable category are identified and removed. Moderation, okay, that's a good way to call this layer. The remaining set is still intractably large, so the candidate generation algorithm selects a subset of items that are plausible candidates for recommendation. Okay, that's also true. This is a filter step, and this is a sort step. These candidates are ranked according to a primary metric, usually to measure how likely the users. Okay, so this is actually a filter step, and then this is a cluster step. So the information is clustered and then ranked. Okay, so this is the sort step. So take that information, find the general likelihood of a cluster, and then rank the information in the cluster. Items are often partially re-ranked to improve secondary objectives such as diversity, types, and content recommends. And then this is a secondary sort because you're going to have a lot of ties. So the first sort gets you broadly the order. The second sort gets you a finer order. Finally, top items are to use. This is the final set of items is called the slate. Okay, and this is what it looks like. Remember, at KFC, y'all, and not just at KFC, but you got Taco Bell, you got Pizza Hut, you got McDonald's, you got all these different places, right? You know, DoorDash is doing this too, where you buy certain food, you shop at certain restaurants, and you typically see those restaurants starting to populate at the top of your DoorDash, your Uber Eats, your Deliveroo. Or if you go into purchase history, if you're using the same credit card, or if you have a login because you're getting like rewards someplace, and you have like, you know, returning customer history, you're getting also upsold or recommended things at that point too. So these things aren't just like media consumption. This is any type of consumption. Anything that exists in a product exists in some sortable table that will be displayed to you, right? We would do something similar. So given a returning customer, that returning customer has, let's just say there's a probability that they're going to purchase every single item. Any single item that we have available at the time, they have some probability related to it. Okay, so we take a threshold cut. We say, okay, well, this person's never going to purchase XYZ because they have never shown interest in these types of products before. So we drop a certain amount of products. That's this step, this moderation step. Then we go into a candidate generation step. So this is based off, quote unquote, the avenue or the stream as to how they got to us in the first place. Okay, so this candidate generation could possibly be, oh well, currently the market ad that we're running right now is, say it's a tenders meal. So if there's a tenders meal and this person already qualifies as a tender person, then perhaps all the things that exist in tenders get ranked pretty high. We know this person might be purchasing tenders, or they're coming in because they saw a tenders ad, one or the other. If it's both, then that's a very high candidate to recommend. That's a very high cluster of information to recommend to them. Say they come in, they buy a lot of like chicken on the bone, like a 2-piece or a 3-piece, but they saw this tenders buy one, get one free ad, then perhaps we have both of those clustered candidates in here. So we take this clustering of information, or perhaps what you call the candidate generation layer. Then you have this ranking, right? This ranking is likelihood they are to purchase something. This is where you start seeing like most liked, or like other people have also purchased. This is a way for them to encourage you, to peer pressure you into buying something, right? Oh, this is most liked by people like you. And it's like, oh, look, 10 other people bought this and rated it 5 stars. Oh, how many people have actually bought this? Do you think only 10 people have bought fucking chicken fingers, chicken tenders from KFC? The recommendation comes out in some form of ranking, right? So it gets ranked in one way, probability that you're gonna buy it. Then it gets ranked in another way, probability that you might add something on, right? An upsell. So we know that a person came in through a marketing campaign. That marketing campaign was targeting chicken tenders. This person is a clear chicken tenders purchaser. Let's rank them chicken tenders high. What else can we send them on top of just the chicken tenders? What sides can we package with this? Maybe you offer like, hey, you know, it looks like you haven't been back in a while. How about an extra 2 free biscuits if you buy a combo instead of just the tenders? Boom, sell the combo, get in the biscuits. The biscuits are like pennies on the dollar. The combo is worth like several dollars. That's an easy win. That goes into the sauce here. Boom. Recommendation system unlocked, right? Unlocked. Okay, so it kind of shows it. It shows it off here. So this would be like if you're getting information on a feed, and then it takes out certain things, or it flags certain things, and then grabs other stuff, takes certain information, populates that by ranking, based off, in this case, I'm guessing engagement. Remember, most social media websites will want you to engage with the information for as long as possible.
Does this stream count as low quality news?
Shut the fuck up. This feeds into here, and then this is based off engagement. And engagement right now is based off time. All big social media companies right now are realizing, this is shocking, this is a shocker, that time spent on site is more valuable than viewership. Every single person has probably already gone to YouTube once in their life. So what happens when you've reached some sort of plateau of account generation? Well, how do we get people to stay on there longer? Viewership is always going to be trumped by return customers, right? This is the same thing. This is the same thing in fast food, okay? In fast food, there's new customers, that new customer bin, and that's good in the short term. But in the long term, what keeps your business afloat? The returning customers. This is what TikTok does so well. To keep this person scrolling infinitely, front load all the things that he or she is gonna be spending a lot of time on, rating messages on, all that kind of stuff, right? And at some point in time, once you fed this person the amount of information that you think is high quality for them, then you start diving down into mid or low quality information. You're a coin flipping at that point, whether or not something's interesting to someone.